Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome to not Strongsville. I'm actually not there this weekend, even though I've been asked several times why by people that are in attendance that I'm not there. Long story short is I actually had no plans of going because I'm going to the National this summer. And secondarily, I'm actually running a race this weekend, running a marathon tomorrow morning. So I went out today to be able to go get my packet pickup at the location where I'm going to be running the race, which was about a 40-minute drive from my house. And I decided to search for if there's any card shops in the area. And I found one that was going to be open till 6 o'clock. And this was important because I was there around 4:15. So I'm like, okay, well, let me head on over there. And so today I actually spent all of $30, and I have this stack of cards I wanted to kind of share with you here. I was able to get a lot of these things for as little as $1. And some of these things I'm actually going to probably maybe put forth for grading at some point during the future, because they're part of projects I really want to be able to try and complete, or they're players I think they may have some promise in some situations, or I just think the cards are really cool. So let's kind of jump on in what I was able to pick up today for all of $30 spent when I was at the shop. All right, starting with my first ever Kellogg's card. It's not in the best shape. It's probably worth the $2 that I paid for it. I think I paid for maybe $2.50 for it, but it is a Chicago player. It's Tommy John. This is the 1970 version or 1971 version of the Kellogg's cards. So pretty cool. So there's Tommy John. It's got a little cracking on the sides, which they're notorious for, but still looks pretty cool. It's my very first one. All right, so this one may be a replacement in my set. We'll see, but I had found a Senator's version of Ted Williams for $1. And the centering's not too bad on the card to begin with, and the corners look really sharp. There's some edges on the side that have kind of had a little bit of paper loss on here, so it's far from perfect, but it may look better than the card I actually have in the set. So I have to go back and look at it, but for $1, it was definitely worth, I think, trying to be able to see what I could get. So we got Ted Williams. This one was fun. I found this so these were all boxes of like cards that were just all sorted together. And they weren't really put in any order other than they were miscellaneous baseball cards that needed to be sorted. So I just said if I could look through the boxes, he said, go ahead. And if they're not marked, they're like 50 cents to $1. So I'm like, okay, let me look through there. And I found an autograph in there of Billy Williams. Granted, these cards were produced, I think, in the 80s, or baseball's all-time great set. I think I had these when I was a kid. I think my parents had gotten these for me at some point, but I don't have them anymore. But this is actually his Billy Williams signature. And when I pulled it out of the box, he's like, oh, I didn't know it was in there. I'll give it to you for $5. $5 for a Hall of Fame player. I think that's really good. So I'm really excited to have another Billy Williams autograph in the collection, and this is by far the cheapest. $5 for Billy Williams autograph. Most of the cards were going to be modern, and I had a lot of, it was a lot of stuff from the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was mostly all base. But I did find some stuff that were parallels in there, so I started trying to find ones of players that could be interesting, or a Hall of Famers or a Stars during their time, and so this is what I was able to acquire. We have Bruce Bochy, who I think will be a Hall of Fame manager. This is from 2008 Topps. This is the gold for Bruce Bochy. So there he is, Bruce Bochy with the Giants right before they won the World Series for 3 times in 5 years. I actually found a John Lester first Bowman rookie card in that box. So not a high value card because it's not a parallel, but it is somebody that might be considered for the Hall of Fame at some point. So there it is, John Lester. Pitched local here with the Cubs too. This one was really cool. This was like all of I think $2 in there. And it actually is a first Bowman of Joey Votto, but what makes this interesting, it actually has a patch from the Futures game from the previous year. I looked this up, and they're selling for like $10 to $15. And I paid all up $2 for it. For somebody that could potentially be in the Hall of Fame. It's a rookie patch card. Not bad. Here's some 2011s. Actually found a Hope Diamond in there for Chad Qualls. Obviously not a superstar, but it is a Hope Diamond. Remember, those are numbered to 60. I paid $1 for it. Those are pretty popular cards. Some more 2011s. We have the Cognac of Felix Hernandez. Pretty cool looking card there. King Felix. Got Adam Wainwright. I don't think he'll be in the Hall of Fame, but he'll get some consideration, I think, when it comes time for him. I think some of these guys are right around 200 wins. Might be guys that are borderline Hall of Famers during this era. And then I found a Garrett Crochet Mosaic rookie in the box too. That's only a couple bucks right now, but we'll see what happens with them. And these are the ones I was thinking about getting graded. So we'll start with newest to oldest. We have a Garrett Crochet Prism rookie card. Pretty sharp looking card there. Next one is 2013 Manny Machado rookie card. I think this was all of $2 spent. Pretty good pickup for potentially a future Hall of Famer. I'd have to look at it more closely, see if it's one I actually will submit, but it's in the box. A couple of 2011s, we have one of the legend cards, Tris Speaker. Again, it was $1. It was $1 to get that parallel. Really cool. David Ortiz All-Star card. Again, awesome, right? And then we do have one more legend card, but this is actually from the 2010 set, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was the first year that they did these. And it is none other than Jackie Robinson. That one cost a little bit more, but I still thought it was a fair price to be able to pick up Jackie Robinson. So that is it. That's it. That's my card pickups for today. I thought there was a pretty good price. It's mostly modern. And I'm pretty pleased with the results. I spent a good hour and a half probably going through these boxes and kind of picking out the ones that I really wanted. So I am pleased with every single one that I acquired today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And for those of you out at Strongsville, continue to have a great time. Please post so we can enjoy it. And I'll see you all soon.